Hello. How are you? Hope everyone's doing good. Today was, well, I mean, first of all, can't get into just freaking saying what the stream is without saying how my day's going, right? Um, Google continues to be a fuck. Fuck Google. Fuck everything about Google. They make my job hell. Every time I try to do anything with their support team, no one seems to know anything. And that's how my day's going. No, but I've been doing pretty good. I've been eating all right today. And this morning, I was reminded of a interesting mod on the Gmod workshop by another friend that was also wanting to take a look at it at some point. Albeit they're pretty busy with stuff this week, so I guess for today it's just me, unless someone else like joins a call. Well, I don't know if am I going to be in a call today. I guess I could hang out in a voice call and see if someone joins in there. But otherwise, anyone who wants to join Gmod today that I recognize from the community, you are welcome to. This mod is called Echoes Beyond. Basically, if you didn't read, if you're just coming in and didn't see like what I was saying about it in Discord or Blue Sky, uh, any map, from my understanding on the Gmod workshop, Echoes keeps track of people that go into it and leave a message in there. It's its own separate game mode. So it's not sandbox. You can't just go in and shoot weapons and shit. It's like basically very exploration oriented. And any player that has the game mode installed can go in and leave a message as if, you know, if you're familiar with like the Dark Souls message system, someone could just write a message on the ground for like another player to come by and find. And then oftentimes the message says like try finger butthole or something. In this case, the messages from what I tested so far seem to be a bit less jokey, sometimes often more either heartfelt or nostalgic or something like that. Um, so I'm kind of interested in what we find here. It kind of feels like a little treasure trove, I guess. Not so much like it's the similar vibe as a time capsule. Where you're opening it up to see what other people have said and stuff. But I guess given the mod has only been around for a year, they're not going to be that old. But the maps might be. Might be people talking about experiences they had from long ago, depending on how old the map is. We'll see. But yeah, people can leave behind these messages. Other players, any other player who comes by after that, can see the message that the other players left behind. What's up, Stevos? I'm gonna load up the game in just a second. I was just explaining what the game mode was. But yeah, let me open up the game. I need to verify my integrity on Gmod at some point because every time I load up the game now, for like the last several months, it's like conked out and said the main menu is missing. And then after like, I don't know, like 20 seconds of that, the main menu actually shows up. But it says in that to like verify the integrity of my files. And every time I start up the game, I realize that I forgot to do that. And I've done it again. Well, hopefully I don't forget too much longer. But yeah, I wanted to make this one a little more open to whoever wanted to join, as opposed to last stream, because who knows, maybe we could all leave a message in there. I don't know what I would say. That could be like something that takes some real thought to do, and I'm not very good at expressing or maintaining thoughts during streams, but we'll see. At the very least, it'll be fun for me to discuss what other people have said about certain maps that I like. I definitely want to go in to RPNY City and see like, you know, what maybe people have said in certain buildings or something. Because that is my favorite map in all of Gmod, and I definitely want to go back there and see what some people have said about that. I love that map. But the cool thing about Echoes is that when you have the game mode open, you can look at a list of every map that you have installed, and it will tell you how many echoes are on each map, and it also tells you uh it shows like a leaderboard of like what maps in general on the workshop, even the ones you don't have installed. It tells you which of those have the most echoes left there too. So there's, I mean, naturally GM Fork has like a shit ton because like everyone who plays Gmod and explores maps has that map for some reason. That one's just like a timeless one. I still need to bring up Gmod on my stream because I did not fix it from playing Resident Evil yesterday. There we go. For the time being, this is going to be a little bit of a risky biscuit kind of move here. I'm going to turn off the music in Spotify, and I'm just going to go into a map through this Echoes game mode. The thing about the Echoes game mode is it has music that it plays, and I have no idea whether or not it's copywritten. I'm just going to kind of take a risk on it because it does create an interesting vibe, and I think it would be interesting to take a peep at it. I'll tell you what else I'm going to do. I'm going to increase the audio for the game because I realized that in some of my previous videos that I ended up putting up on YouTube from these streams that the audio has tended to be pretty quiet. But I want to go into RPNY City and just see what we're working with here. If I could type it properly. Do the night version. That's just like the timeless one. Peer-to-peer. I'll make it friends only, just in case. Hopefully that means no randos end up joining. It has to be someone that I recognize. So with that said, if I see random people joining the game that I have no idea who they are, they're gonna get kicked immediately. Because every time that has happened up to this point, it has not ended well. It's weird. I looked it up after the last time that happened, and there was like nothing about it, like no one talking about an exploit or something. So I feel like either it's something on the Steam overlay, like letting you do Steam networking or whatever, is a problem, or I don't know, maybe like changing like a game mode or changing like something from ULX like opens up something and then people just haven't documented it. I don't know. Like the only time it was like fine at first, and then like people started joining when we changed to like those mini game things. So I don't know what happened that last stream. That shit was very confusing. Albeit now that I think about it, there was like that one guy in chat um last week who I think may have been someone who was getting into my games before that wasn't on my friends list because they said they had been in my games before, and I remember like someone joining my sandbox games when I was just going through maps before too. I'm wondering if it's maybe a ULX thing. Like it, you know what? It might be a good idea to try and do is instead of changing maps through ULX, the admin menu thing, I think it might just be good anytime we change a map to just start a new game entirely. I think that might be the safest way to do it. It's going to be kind of a pain in the ass. But that might be the safest option. Of course, we could just, do whatever to change maps for a little bit until this scenario. If we could use ULX until potentially some rando would join in, and if that happens, then I would switch immediately to just making a new game. I don't know. I have a set of options, I suppose. Anyway, you should be able to join the game now, since I'm in like the end of the loading screen here. And they've been updating the game mode. Good thing about this game mode is there is a profanity filter list. And you can, like, any kind of, like, hate speech is blocked out by default. But yeah, if you hold tab, or if you press tab, you can look at all these maps. This is, I think, like, every map on the workshop that has echoes in it. And naturally, like, GM Construct and GM Big City and GM Flatgrass, like, they're all near the top. You know what's interestingly, above Flatgrass, this one Construct Void has more echoes than Flatgrass, and I don't think I've ever even played this map. Umbra Pools has a shit ton as well. CTF2 for it, naturally. Everpine Mall is way up there. I'm kind of surprised about that. But, NY City has a fuck ton also, 540. Oh yeah, I guess it says down here too. 141,000 echoes across 8,400 maps. I've read 5 of them. What else is here? That's an update list. That's the credits thing. Oh, maybe that'll tell me where some of the music is coming from. XO1. Okay, that's a game. That should probably be fine. I probably shouldn't have to worry about any copyright stuff from that. But yeah, you got like settings. Offensive echoes, that's obviously like turned off by default. I might be tempted to turn off the music at some point. In fact, I was thinking about making a video about this. It might be good to turn off the music, especially because it's pretty fucking loud. It's actually pretty loud now that I'm hearing it. The Half-Life 2 maps are in there also. Let's see. I might actually want to turn it off. Especially to kind of focus on like the map ambience too. What else do we have? Smooth view. It has its own smooth view, I noticed during testing. Dynamic lights. I don't know if I've noticed that yet. That could be from like the speech bubbles themselves. I don't know what void echoes are. But I like the kind of PS2 sort of sound effects you get from these. But we'll start with this one and just kind of roll with it. Yeah, you kind of just like walk around too by default. I like that, so you're not just kind of like flying through the map and stuff. I'm curious to see what other people say. I love a nice warm can of choke, and this person actually gave a little signature at the end of theirs. Most of these won't have that. I want a Popsy. Oh wait, that one also has a signature. Maybe they do have them. I thought the ones I tested this earlier on the Toontown Estates Gmod map, and it didn't have that. Okay, I guess these do all have signatures. Maybe I was misreading them. Just spawned in the subway works. I love taking the subway from an early age, so the map is already a 10 out of 10 for me. See, this person is like kind of already putting in an anecdote. You're at a different train station? Which one? I'm at Central Square Station. This one doesn't have a signature. You know what? Maybe it's an option. Fuck. Be careful. But yeah, you can just take the subway over to me. That's the cool thing. Maybe I can read the thing from in here. No, I actually have to wait for it to go. Sleeping Hollow. Midtown. Chinatown. Okay, well that's at least like multiple stops away from me if that's the case. Let me see here. Look out! I can't say I'm surprised on that one. I'm gonna go look around a little bit, and then you can maybe find your way over to Central Square. I believe no clip still works. Welcome. I have at least 100 hours here, and that's only in Sandbox. I have such good memories here. Just driving about or making my own games with friends. It is a very big map. There's a lot of people leaving messages right here at this waiting station. Chips make your chins big. I think I've seen this person in one of the screenshots that was on the workshop page. Forgot my ticket. I just met Intellectual Potato, but for real. I kind of agree with you. Both maps are great, and it's hard to choose. Who's Intellectual Potato? Oh, yeah, that would explain it. I could never tell which map I liked most, Union City, Southside, or NY City. They'll have their own feeling, yet the same feeling. Kind of agree with you. Okay. They are all very good. They all have very interesting like set pieces that make them all very fun. I do like this one the most though, mainly be like being in like the tall buildings kind of has a certain vibe to it, and also like the working subway was always like really cool to me. I've been quiet for a while, but I'm back. I've always loved this map for its size and detail. It's an absolute masterclass. You'll see 100 other maps I've been to. So Intellectual Potato must be like a regular that goes to a bunch of different maps and leaves a bunch of different thoughts. Fishkey made the map, yeah. He said he was making these maps to create a portfolio for his level design career. God damn, yeah, he earned that. And they were having like a whole like conversation here too. I wonder if these were like popping up in real time. That's a good one. I take a screenshot of that one. Yeah, I'm over in basically like, well, I suppose in this continuity, yeah. I'm in like Times Square, Central, whatever this is called, Central Square Station. Hello. It'd be cool if they would like tell you how old some of these messages were. What's the Paul Allen's card? I use this map to make fun little fake VHS bumpers. This map... Oh, that would be a good use of this. This map has such a great vibe for that as well. All the knockoff brands are great as well. If you want to see the bumpers and stuff, search Noah TV on TikTok. Okay. I don't really use TikTok so much anymore, but it might be good to log in and just see what's going on there again. You know what I actually am not sure about? I wonder if your player model would show up to other players here if your only way of interaction would just be these echoes. Shout out to that guy that walks around NYC with a cat on his head. Oh, I remember that. I'm gonna kick the shit out of it. Yeah, you can't even see like a player list because the tab menu does something else. Yeah, that makes sense. Where are you currently? Are you still at the Sleepy Hollow? Sleeping Hollow? Oh, you're still on the train? Okay, I guess we'll find out. Oh, I'm pretty curious what the thoughts outside the theater in the King Fries will say. No other engine gives the feelings that Source does. It really... Yeah. It'd be cool if, like... Like, you can kind of see there's, like, a walk sign over there. It'd be cool if you could kind of make that change in real time. I didn't know there was just a can sitting here. I've never noticed that. That's another kind of utility that, like, these messages could do. They could point out, like, areas or, like, certain details in maps that you never noticed before. I've played this map a lot. I didn't even know there was just a can sitting there. Excuse me. The final days, Armageddon. I've never noticed the newspaper just sitting there either. Year 2000 computer bug will turn machine against man. I heard a train just pull up. What's this building? Kind of just a bunch of ads. You came here for why? I guess, you know, not really anything for me to do there. They got peanuts. Yeah, let me go over to King Fries and see what they're talking about over there. Oh, but there's a hot dog stand too. I never would have focused on this if it wasn't for, like, the lit up speech bubbles calling my attention to it. And they're making, like, a line. It's just, like, people making their own fun in, like, a very new way that this add-on provides. I like that a lot. What we got here? Yeah, I can't see my own player model because the sea legs. The thing about this add-on is it breaks a lot of other add-ons. Like a lot of other add-ons won't work. Um, this one isn't made to like work for a lot of things that are meant to work in Sandbox. So a lot of my add-ons that I currently have don't work. I don't even have access to my spawn menu in this. Thank you for these beautiful fries. I never would have paid attention to the bench just being here. Does Alt-E work? Oh yeah, it does. But my player model is different. Um, SV cheats 1. Oh. Yeah, I guess I don't have a player model. We might end up being invisible here. We might only be able to to communicate by like echoes. You can maybe like approximate my location and leave a message. I guess that's why these people that are playing this that like have these almost seemingly in real-time conversations. You're at the Mick and Ralph Echo. What, that one over at the street corner over there? If you are there, I don't see you. It's supervision. I'm at the King Fries. You know what's good about that? Wait, if I like VoIP in game, I don't know if you'd be able to hear that or not. But I wonder like if there were bad actors in the game, it might make it a lot harder for any bad actors to do anything. The burger shot. I love these like trash cans that are always around that say thank you on them. That's always been like it's such a small detail, and I love that it's here though. Oh, an electrical potato came here too. I've always liked seeing those in like fast food places. There's a burger tank. Basically about what you would expect from these. You can kind of I didn't even know you could go in the kitchen. I'm not surprised though. I don't know if I get the reference to Slender Man being in here. This dude's like straight up like just sort of like RPing. They're all gone. So full. Okay, yeah, that was about what you would have expected from something like this. Oh. And this person's just kind of like getting into the they're like RPing being the person working here. Oh, yeah, I bet there's something crazy in the bathroom. Hey, I'm pooping. It could have been worse. Could have been worse. I'm fucking pooping here. IV. I'm chilling in VC if you decide you want to join at all. I don't know what you got going on. I want to go into the car dealership. That should be like right around here, I think, right? I think it's over here. Either that or it's like further down the road or something. You just left work 2 hours early. What was going on at work? How bad was it? Oh. I suppose it is a Monday after all. Nothing ever happens on Mondays. You can see my shadow? Where's yours? Or where are you? I don't even see my own shadow. What if I did this? You see my flashlight? If you're like right next to... Oh, okay, there you are. Yeah, I see your shadow too. I don't see my own. Okay, that's a sweet hack. I don't even need to have my flashlight on for that. Okay, hold on. The car dealership is over here at freaking Millennium Street and Park Drive. Hold on, what does it say? This is translated from something. How would I? Oh wait, no, it's not. How would I translate this? Because I know there's an option. Um. Huh. Maybe this one's just broken. I don't know. I don't even see the settings for it. Yeah, I don't know. This one might not be working. There were a dozen people there, and most of them are already cut hours, so I took the hit. Yeah, fair enough. We got another cam they just left here. Alt-E? Are you sitting in, like, the thingy? Oh. Oh, okay. I thought you were, like, trying to make me do the sit anywhere thing. Once upon a time I played here with a friend. I hope someday we can play here together. I think my favorite ones so far are, like, the more heartfelt ones rather than, like, the joke messages. I like those a lot. I like how you can kind of... It's almost like a heat map of where everyone just kind of flocks to. Everyone goes to, like, the interesting little landmarks. Nice bike. Sure. It is a very shiny car, but I like that. And I like seeing, like, everywhere the intellectual potato has ended up. 2008 Toyota Corolla. Hold on, I want to get a screenshot of that one. I like that message. 2008 Toyota Corolla. 2006 Honda Civic. 2006 Honda Civic. That's crazy. But, like, you can kind of see, like... First of all, the glass is, like, kind of foggy. Maybe from it, like, being, like, wiped down or something. But also there's, like, weird, like... pattern or artifacting kind of stuff. You can see, like, there's kind of, like, just... You see that? Like, the jagged edges kind of, like, in the reflection. Kind of weird looking. Portal glass texture. Could be. It's not definitely not out of the question. Considering the type of, you know, the engine that this game, or that this map is in. Can I borrow the keys to the car? Anything upstairs? I'm getting a Google call right now, and I'm not going to answer it because it is after hours, and I am not answering shit past 5. Thank you, Pootus Bird. Google can suck a fat one. I mean, I am not answering calls past 5. No way. Oh! If you die, your ragdoll just like... Oh, what? Watch out! I guess if you ever really want to show somebody where you are, you could do the ragdoll thing. But yeah, that shit's just broken. I wish you could, like, have a player model just walking around still. I want to go in one of these office buildings and see what people are saying in those. There's, like, the... Is this the Z headquarters building? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Oh, no, it is Z headquarters. For a second, it looked like an X. I'm like, what? I'll wait in the elevator. Or wait, maybe there's something in the dojo. I bet a bunch of people are making Matrix references in here. Show me. Hmm. Not as... That's a little disappointing. I'm trying to remember if Show Me was something from The Matrix or not, or if that's from something else. Oh yeah, the radio works. If you see a radio just sitting around... Okay, at least there was one. But, yeah, if you see a radio looking like sitting around, chances are you can turn it on. This map is like one of the most detail-oriented maps I've ever played on. That's why I like it so much. It has like so many different ways that you can just interact directly with it. Had on a towel I placed on my bare mattress, too tired to think of anything, slightly dry throat. Probably going to be sunrise in about 3 hours. This is the life. So this dude's just like writing like a journal of what's happening in his real life at that very moment. And he's like chronicling that while he's like in this map at this spot. That was from... Wait, what? This is a day that hasn't happened yet. Am I missing something here? Oh, wait, no. This was from a year ago. Never mind. I'm reading this wrong. This is from almost exactly a year ago. So it'd be the July 26, 2025 at 2 a.m. For a second, I was confused. I was like, how does that not... Old Boy. I haven't seen that movie yet. Get you waiting. I'm the big boss. You can tell here, like, exactly what the order was between these messages. I think this one was unrelated, though. If I just, like, sat here. I think my model would still show up. Really? I thought that would oh, is it, like, him realizing, like, oh, I know Kung Fu? I thought it would end up being, like, just, like, a generic, like some kid coming in and saying that, like, oh, wow, I'm in a Kung Fu dojo. I haven't watched The Matrix in so long.
Oh.
Oh. Really enjoying this fucking painting, dude. This feels like this feels vibe-wise like the same as like that one picture of like the old 2D Spider-Man cartoon where he's behind the desk. What's upstairs? There's over 500 different echoes in just this one map alone. There's a thing at the pool over there. I feel like there's gotta be something in this room though. Surprisingly not. This was like such like an interesting vibe for a room. I'm surprised no one said anything in this one. What about in the hot tub? There is one. Don't drink the water. They put something in it to make you forget. I remember in the video I made that I was like, this shit looks so drinkable. Here I am. That one's fun. I'll take a screenshot of that one. Maybe I'll just like... Oh. By the way, my if you weren't here for my last few streams, my graphics card is shitting the bed and I have to get a new one. I've ordered a new one and it's on the way and that shit cost me $600, so I'm going to have to start raising money to recoup some of that. But not today. But there might be occasional like hiccups in the stream potentially. So if that ever happens, you know why. Playing Slasher with my friends on this map. I've never even thought to try that. That could be something interesting. Like doing different game modes and just... What? Are you doing that? How did you do that?
Watch out! Help!
How are you spawning climbers with no spawn menu? I can't use the Q menu or the context menu. Manually did spawn commands? I didn't even know you could do that. Spawn? No. What command are you putting in to do that? Do I still have access to menu? I can't even use like a... What if I did, hold on, CL draw HUD 1. There just isn't even a HUD. Oh, okay. Your options are pretty limited here. But yeah, playing like really good sandbox maps in other game modes, that seems kind of like an interesting idea too that I've never even really considered for a map like this. Positive affirmations and stuff. Maybe not as not as much for that one. Technically, every interaction with the spawn menu relies on console commands internally. Yeah, I don't have as much experience like messing around in like the console to know every command for that. I wonder where Stevos went. I wouldn't know. I know, like, fake Gmod fan, he doesn't know every single command ever created for the console. He's not a Python or Lua nerd. He hasn't spent countless hours. Foolish fool. Yeah, we could maybe take the subway to a different part of the map and see what's cooking elsewhere.
Boo-boo keys.
Boo-boo keys. I'm trying to think, like, what are the other interesting landmarks on this map? There's the town hall, which I'm trying to remember exactly where that is. I want to say that's on the other side of the map. Oh, wait, what did they say at the movie theater? I didn't check that yet. Hold on. What do they got over here? I always like the movie theater in this map. Anna Baker. I don't get the reference. Could be well hidden. Oh, the siren sound too. It feels like really good here. It feels like it's right there. Like it goes crazy with headphones. I got a couple of them behind the counter. Switch first letters of popcorn. That's awesome, dude. Hans is another recurring name we keep seeing here. Oh, there's one in the flower, or the plant thing over here, too. You find me. I sure did. You have less than 10,000 hours? I've been playing since I was 9 freaking years old. And yet, I don't even have 2,000 hours yet. But given now that I'm making videos about it, I probably will sometime this year. I would guess. That sure is a color. I like this one. That's a good one. Chloe Z, I've saw that name before. Loving the Backrooms, that one's recent. Yep. That one's a little less recent. I started at 9. I played Gmod when I was 9 years old. A bank heist? I think so. I think you can, like, go into a bank and, like, get into the vault, yeah. I just don't remember exactly where the bank is. It might be a... Well, I'm trying to think if the bank is on this map or a different one of the 3. I think it actually might be on a different one of the 3. Oh, I thought you were doing a bit. No, I made a Steam account when I was 9 to play this game. Or was either I made the account when I was 9 and I got to it when I was 11, or I played it when I was 9 like I planned to, and then Steam just ignored that and bugged out. What is going on with this hot dog stand, dude? One Fent pretzel, please. Drifters we just saw in the movie theater. Dying of pretzel Fent. I like these ones. Man in a cap. I feel like the translatable ones are gonna be like really interesting to kind of like, you don't know what you're gonna get when you translate those. There's that Lycan guy again. This was 17 minutes before he made the other message in the tall skyscraper building over that way. Yeah, they do make a queue line. I like those. It feels like almost like an RP sort of situation. Where is the strength, American? There's strength and truth. That fucking goes deep, dude. Go on the train. My first computer couldn't run the game and had not enough RAM, so opening the spawn menu made the HUD vanished. Holy shit. I was playing it on like a really old like HP laptop, I think. Chinatown or Midtown? Maybe do Chinatown. Yeah, this game mode rocks. It's very interesting to see like what other people end up thinking about the map. This is gonna look so fucking weird. Can you Alt E on the? I want to see what it looks like when you Alt E on the chair. Because I kind of see myself, but... Oh, what? I don't see you. I still only see your shadow. I know, like, that you did it because I could see... I saw, like, rigidly it just kind of froze for a second, but... But after I had that HP laptop, I then had... Alright, bye. And then I had, You didn't have that far to go, at least. I'll wait at the station. I then had, like, a green, like, Asus laptop in, like, I don't know, 2010, 2011 or something like that. There you are. And that was what I spent a lot of time playing Gmod, like the Half-Life 2 RP. I spent like a lot of time playing that back in the day for a bit. Oh fuck, train's blocking the way. And spent a lot of time playing on that laptop. I think that's where a good bit of my hours on this game happened. That was like before I had any real gaming PC. I think I got my first gaming PC in like 2014 or 2015. There's like a whole row of messages just going down the street in this one. There's a gun store right here. Half-Life 2 Deathmatch RP? I didn't know there was RP for Half-Life 2 Deathmatch. That's fucking niche. The epicenter of excitement, the key to the city, if you will. There's always somewhere to go. Lights and action. Where have I heard this before? This feels like something... No. Okay, I thought I... This feels similar to something that I heard while watching The Founder, but it's not. It's something completely different. I don't know what that's a reference to. But there was something that sounded similar in tone in The Founder, like that movie about Ray Kroc. It's... I don't know where if I've seen that before. It's so Fly Day Chinatown. Gmod RP game mode for it. Oh yeah, I've seen some fucking weird specimens over the years. Okay, well, that one's a little unfortunate. Oh, People Playground. FPS plus for People Playground. I do have that game. Oh, do not get that mod? Okay, never mind, I won't. Where would he have you know what? Something else that might be fun to try at some point is like looking at various like saves on certain maps. I don't think I've ever really spent a lot of time doing that. The Container of Sorrow. That's yeah, man. You said it. There's just some of these that just don't make any sense. I read a second echo here. I'm doing better. I hope the same for y'all. All. Where's the other one? I'm doing better, thankfully, using a different account now. Where's the first echo that this guy left? Ooh. It got dark. I'm a very optimistic man, but sometimes the feeling of being imperfect haunts me. Oh. I guess this is the Container of Sorrow. Whenever I make a mistake, I feel like it was one I shouldn't have made at all. I fucking get that. I get that all the time, dude. Deltarune. Saying a thing that makes V leave the stream immediately. There's a lot of pain to be felt, a lot of pain that I've felt. I know you felt it all too. I think that pain is a part of us, but it ain't all of us. Damn. Use echoes to help a bit with loneliness, but I feel like its ability to distract me is sadly fading. I feel like I'm incompatible with everyone in every way. I guess it's like kind of... You know what it kind of... It is kind of good that like these are kind of in an enclosed space, because I feel like there's some sort of in symbolism in that you can kind of like write all that down and then like lock it away and walk away. Sort of like how people will say you should like write your kind of worries and concerns and stuff in like a journal physically and then put the journal off to the side, and it's like, okay, I can put those thoughts off to the side for now so I can sleep easier or something like that. It kind of reminds me of that a good bit. I wonder if anyone's kind of like thought of that the same way. Which kind of has its like own isolated corner dedicated for that. Thank you, Lycan. The 9 minutes after he was in the tall building, we get like an exact like timeline of where he was and like what path he took through the map. Get quick or get dead. I don't think there would be anything back here. I would be surprised. Yeah. I'm still trying to think of like what sort of echo I would leave it in this map. Oh yeah, I do want to go into Golden Dragon and see what's going on down there. What's in the alleyway? More trash. More litter in my city. Yeah, I played like Half-Life 2 RP, and then like I don't think I really got into any other form of RP in this game. It was like just that. I never got into Dark RP because it just didn't really actually feel like it was grounded in any sort of reality or continuity. Hold on, I'll come back to that in a second. I just want to see what's down here. Private property. Oh, okay, this isn't the hookah lounge. Okay, I'm coming back. Is this still part of the Golden Dragon? No bubbles in the alley? Trying to sell you drugs? There's so many different alleys that they could be doing that in, though. There's probably one somewhere. Oh yeah, this is the Golden Dragon. I made a video and I recorded stuff in here.
Waiter, more poo-poo platter, please.
I like the fish tank over here. I hope someone comments on the fact that like there's just fish swimming backwards here. Close enough, I guess. Oh. Okay, that just makes the existing music fade out. Are you in the back? Where'd you go? Okay. My name is John Yakuza. What does it say here? Illegible.
Help! Help!
Help! Oh my god, that throws me off. Fish NPC spawners are a base source engine entity and sorely underused. I didn't know that. I thought it was like kind of all like one kind of prop. Oh. I like this as a sort of like conversation actually. Good evening, Mr. Denton. Please leave your gun and coat with me. The boss will pick you up. That's pretty good. I realized I should have eaten before stream. I'm already kind of hungry. I get the feeling there's probably not going to be a lot in Chinatown other than in that one building. I feel like a lot of the stuff in there is kind of centralized to the one building. There is the hookah lounge over here though, and underneath the coffee shop. Okay, there's a few in here. You got it, dude. You said it. What the? No! Okay, I was about to say I was surprised that there was nothing down here. It's about what you would expect. Yo, Mr. White! Watch my new show. It's called Breaking Blue Errors. Very comfortably numb-esque. Anything in the jewels store? Any uncut gems references? I didn't know there was like kind of a lockup back here. I guess there was something kind of like that in Uncut Gems too. Albeit it was kind of at the entrance of the store. So for it to be in the back, I don't know what it is. And then here you got like a bunch of stores that you could like kind of make your own kind of setup in. This isn't... I don't think this is too far from the actual city center, is it? Luigi's Pizza? We got it's outside the deli. Let me in! Oh, and then they got a bodega over here. Or bodega. How do you say that? Is it just bodega? Or is it interchangeable? I feel like I'm too far late in my life to have not picked up on that. Here's Chloe's again. Bodega? Okay, that's... I figured that once I started saying it out loud that that's probably what it was going to be. Catch apples. We found the guy who was whacking off! That one's for V. That's a gray couch, not a black couch. Albeit, maybe it used to be a black couch. We don't know. There may have been a point once in that couch's lifespan where it was a different color. Union City? No, RPNY City. Same guy, though. This is where I watch my parents die, Squidward. You turn the shutters on and off? What'd that do? Oh, okay. See, just like this unassuming little nameless, like, shop that doesn't even have stuff in it yet. It even has its own, like, shutters you can turn on and off. And this one has, like, hours, like, painted onto the shutter for that door. Like, there's so many just little details that this map is full of. It fucking rocks. Hello? Can you even climb that? I don't think you can. I can't even reach it. Hold on, let's see. Oh, also my no clip doesn't work here. SV Cheats 1 is on, right? Huh. That's strange. When I was testing this in single player, the no clip worked. The no clip worked. But not anymore. Interesting. I want to see what people are saying about this 7-Eleven because this is like the weirdest spot in the entire map to me. Oh, the construction site might have something interesting too. Actual like on point gas prices for right now. Keep it up. It's just like how is this here and there's like no actual convenience store attached to it? I don't think I've ever seen a gas station that didn't have an attached convenience store in my lifetime. How do we get in here again? I think you gotta do it from the other side. Yeah, this opens up. You could have, like, if you were able to RP it, you could have, like, some cool freaking movie scene fights in here or something. Or it'd be like, this is, like, where the ending of, like, a bunch of cop movies from the 80s happen. In, like, some tall building where, like, it ends with the guy, like, the villain falls off. He's like, ah! And his screen progressively fades out. More wood? Under maintenance. You can't even go past that one. There's gotta be something going on up here. I'm surprised there's not like a message left in the elevator itself, but that's probably because like if you went up, it would get left behind. But yeah, NY City is my favorite map. ever in Gmod. You get a really good view from up here too. I feel like playing like a sort of hide and seek on this map would either go really hard or it would suck miserably. Is there nothing up here? It's weirdly quiet. What's up at the very top? I'm surprised how quiet it is up here relative to everything, like everywhere else in the map. Oh yeah, with 32 players, then it would go really hard, yeah. How is there not a message left up here? Maybe if I was gonna leave a message somewhere on this map, it would have to be here. Like, how is there just nothing here? That's crazy. Oh no. Don't do it! Yeah, I think we gotta leave a message here. Or at least I do. What's like in view here? I gotta find like a source of inspiration. The view is really good. I wonder if you can open the porta potties over there. I almost walked right off. I'm surprised you can't open that. Or these. Huh. There's like a floatiness to when you jump. It's kind of risky. Yeah, I could leave a message right here. Right on this thingy. I have to sign in through Steam for it. Okay. It's on something called Resonance Flatgrass? Interesting. Okay, now I should be able to do this. This. Wait a minute. I feel like most 7-Elevens I've seen don't even have a gas station. I think I've seen maybe one before that had one, but like nearly every single one I've seen just doesn't even have a gas station. Gmod does a bunch of HTTP fetch commands to. Okay, yeah, that's what I saw on the thing when I signed in. I'm doing some baby shit. I'm doing some small brain shit. Oh, it's yellow when it's your message. I don't know if you left a message too. Can you see my message? Like, did it appear in real time for you? Or would you have to reload the map? Oh, that's a bummer. What if you left and rejoined? Oh, but then you'd have to manually find your way back to me. I don't think you could teleport. Let me see. Go to... I don't know. It was worth a shot. I don't know if it would let me use EOLX commands in there or not. I don't know enough about console. What happens if I was to jump off from here? Would it still like even bother with fall damage? Oh no. I'm kind of just floating down. Oh. Go!
Oh.
Now I know that you got down. Yeah, I don't think we took damage though. It only pulls bubble data when you start the map. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. Goes to workshop page. Uh, looks at people who made the thing. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. For you know a lot about this, and it makes me think that you had something to do with it. But also, it could just be you really like the game mode. Oh, we're back here. We never went to Mondays. Freaking Crabio Mondays. Okay, well they don't like Mondays. Speaking of like these casual restaurants, I was talking to V. I went to Denny's yesterday for the first time in like years. You know what? I was streaming yesterday. I probably said this on stream yesterday. I want to go back to more just like casual restaurants, like Denny's and stuff. I feel like those are places that are like very underrated. Like Chili's is so fucking good. Chili's might be like like subtly one of my favorite restaurants now. I fucking love Chili's. Everything I have from Chili's ends up being like baller. I want to go down the. We can go to the other thing in the subway now, I guess. The Midtown. Popped open the code for it when I saw you started playing it. Oh, okay. You're like just kind of analyzing it in real time. We just missed the train. Fuck. I guess I'll have to sit my white ass down.
Uh-oh.
I think you missed. I think you missed the chair.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Imagine like playing in Sandbox and like somehow going down and seeing us here looking like this. That should be fucking scary. I think the train's coming back. Maybe. No. Need some freaking Popsy. I need some Diet Joke. That sound has always been very intriguing to me. It showed up in my video at least once. That one was kind of a nice sound. But yeah, like it is really impressive that this map just has its own like very well integrated subway system. Like I've seen attempts at like kind of traversal systems before in other maps. Like the one that comes to mind is Gmod. It has like its own gnome taxi system, and I think its own sort of train system, but it feels like very janky in comparison to this. Like I love Mobenix. That's a map I like a lot. But they didn't stick the landing as well as this map in terms of like kind of having a fast travel around the map, so to speak. You recall that Gmod map that was trending for a bit that showed other players as minge bags? I don't think I do. I might have missed that one. What was that one called? Do you remember? Either I missed it or I just forgot about it. Also, make sure you get off the train in time. Construct bait. Oh, wait. No, maybe I'm thinking of it wrong. There was like a construct beta one or like a hidden construct beta map or something that I played where it was like it wasn't really that, it was like a haunted version of it, I think. And there was like you know, this model going around somewhere that was like haunting you or like following you or something. I think there were like a few different like quote unquote beta versions or haunted versions of like some classic maps. Like I think there might have been one for Big City as well, probably. Oh, there's the casino over here in the hospital. There's gonna be some interesting ones in there, almost certainly. Southside stopped working for them? How would that even happen? Minecraft Okay, that's a fucking good message. That one's good. I could do a message here and just be like, oh, I'm too close to another echo. +2. God, the roads here are like so unbelievably clean. They're like made of glass. Like a tempered glass or something. Other players on the same map without a connection. Okay, I am gonna have to check that out. That sounds very interesting. Let's go gambling. Let's go to the beach. Fresh. What if I was just like,
Watch out!
I have to wait another minute before making. Why? Oh, I know why, but like, come on. I want to just like leave a message and just be like, yeah. That big win's just a spin away. This is what it's like to be 80. Everyone's using these damn things like. What are the odds that at least one of those 4 messages in the corners says with no Russian? What are the odds? Would you gamble on that? 50 seconds? What are you talking about, bro? It was not 10 seconds. I guess I'll come back to that. We go on left. Up there. Dude, it's too easy. It's too easy, dude. Going up, we go on left. I called that shit. There's gotta be some crazy shit left in one of these things. What is with this? Oh, I didn't even know that was gonna be in there. Yeah. What a weird closet. That is the weirdest, like, sort of look for a closet I've seen. You think it's gonna be in all of these? No. Yeah, I've never seen a closet that looks like that. Can I do sprays in here still, you think? Okay, that's another way to communicate. Sweet. Oh. This one has a window. The only little apartment. It's so pretty here. Oh, there's another guy named Den. What's out here? I like, also like when you have someone just kind of like taking in the vibe of the place itself and just feeling comfy. What's this message here? Hmm. Some of them are kind of deep, a little bit. Or like, just kind of trying to seem that way. Gee, I wonder if there's a message in this one. Tom Cruise was and still is here. Oh, there is another N here. I guess I find comfort in the maps we play a lot on, or we would play on, because it feels like a place we could be away from reality. A lot of the echoes I make in these maps will sound similar or the same. There really isn't anything I can say other than how much I missed it. Yeah. But you can see more of them all the way from up here, all down there. I like how this apartment has like its own like alcohol shelf or refrigerator or something. That's really wild to just have its own place like that in here. What do we got? Hmm. I don't know what that would be a reference to. I assume a song. I'm gonna go back to the elevator. The cigarette machine they have sitting over here too. I think you're in the elevator, right? Okay. I'll leave a message right here. Just be like, yeah, man. Fresh water. Let's see. Yeah, okay, the town center, or the town hall is like over here. There's also the hotel. There's a parking garage over there. There might be some other stuff that way too, maybe. I bet you there's at least one, like, doctor, or, like, House MD reference in the hospital. I kind of want to check out the town hall first. I wish there was, like, just... Like I said, like, the number one thing I want to do one day, as, like, a content creator in some way, is to do, like, a big improv RP sort of thing, like, in this map, specifically. There's just so much you can do in this map. You know the court's gonna have a bunch of shit in there. It's the over under. I bet it's at least like 10 messages in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fuck. Okay, well. You're on our League of Legends. Oh wait. 7. That's it? That's pretty lenient actually. They're doing like an entire mock trial in here. I need more popcorn. Could you imagine if you could have like popcorn while you're in the jury in a trial? That would be sick. This isn't jury. This is just people watching. The jury would be over there, wouldn't they? Not how this works. Is this how this works? What? I thought jury would be over here. Am I going crazy or something? Or did they change something? I feel like I've seen like in... What map is this? This is RP underscore NY City. My favorite map in all of Gmod. I thought this was where jury would sit. And like this would just be like general observing or something. Am I crazy? Am I missing something here? Is this the moment where it's revealed that I've never actually been on jury duty? I've been lucky enough not to have been on jury duty. 150. I guess we'll check in a second. Why is that message up here and not downstairs? This is where Mr. Incredible sat before Syndrome attacked him with the big eye. That's such an oddly specific reference for this map. Okay, I like that I get to see Incredibles references in here. Well, this clock is set to 11:05. I think the guy has the... I think he read the clock wrong. Maybe he thinks it says 1:55, but the red one is shorter than the one on the right. What about the mayor's office? At least gay robot Yuri is illegal. Is legal. I'm sorry. I misspoke that. I'm the mayor of this city, and my first choice in office is to make gay robot yaoi illegal. Thank you for electing me. Are they misreading it too? It's legal. It's like a Tony Zarrett short localized within this Gmod map. Going back down. What does this clock say down here? I'm surprised I didn't ragdoll there. Same thing.
Watch out!
Oh no. Repeat the hospital too. What does this say over here? Glorb Van of Dreams was filmed here? The fuck? Oh my god, look at the view from here. I forgot, there's like another big building behind the town hall that you can like go up into. God, the Empire State Building from behind here, that is such like a commanding shot. Or a commanding like source of light from like in this map and down here. We'll have to go over there soon too. Hot dogs. Get your freaking hot dog. I would like a hot dog right about now. I haven't had a hot dog in months. Maybe even a year. There's a lot going on in here. It could be. Oh, but oh. Oh, fuck. What did I just press? Oh, I accidentally did print screen instead of my F12. Diet soda. There's Chloe's again. Hospital vending machines are so interesting. They have like a farmer's thing in there that has like fresh food. Like they have like there's like junk food and stuff in there, but oftentimes they often have like like the hospital near me has like an interesting thing with it too. Like, well, we gotta seem healthy. We gotta have some healthy options in here. Otherwise, like what would we you know, we wouldn't be health oriented, would we? Hey guys, I think I found a glue. Night shift is rough. Blood can't drive, it doesn't have a license. -2. Oh, and then this is like the ambulance brings people in, I guess, and then there's an elevator. And then back here there is, I guess, an empty kind of hidden patient sort of thing. Oh. Hide and seek with just like the shadows on the ground would be something else too. But yeah, this is like a working elevator where you can actually pick which floor you go to. Like, we're in the lobby now, so you could go up to like the upper level and press E on that, and it takes you over to that specific floor. Somebody's actually in reception.
Watch out!
Where Teto at? Someone will like that one. I'm sure there's like a friend I could send that one to. Waiting for my friend to get out of surgery. It's been a day now and he still hasn't come out. I wonder what's going on in there. He's dead. Would you believe me if I said I just now upgraded to Windows 98? Wonder what the source of this screenshot on this computer is, or like what it actually says on there. I feel like it's probably some kind of like stock related thing. Yeah, they do surgery and ICU stuff in here. These sounds make me a little uncomfortable actually. He's dead. Anything in the bathroom? Bet you there's somebody doing a goofy bit in here. If I was to be like a message leaving a goofy... Yeah. My bad. What about this one? Oh, this one also? Makes sense. Anything here? I remember playing with my friend on this map in early 2023. I can't believe it's that old now. I still lived in my old house. I remember playing hide and seek with him on this map. We spawned a lot of neck spots to scare us unexpectedly. Sometimes I miss it even if it wasn't long ago. I feel like I've been on this map before during like when I was streaming before, and probably Vert or somebody spawned like a bunch of like the Germa neck spots
Uh-oh.
or something. They were probably all like running rampant. I feel like I have like a slight like memory of that maybe. Probably a bunch of maps that happened on. Intercom? Interesting. You see the moon from up here too. Yeah, I guess I'm not surprised that there's nothing up here. There's not really anything of note up here. But I want to go over to that other building. I think and then after we do that one, we could probably go to a different map. Ah! Ah! Oh no. Because then we'll have seen probably most of the major things on this map. Oh, there is a police department here too. Okay. uh let's do the police department first actually, my bad. I forgot this was here. New York finest. I always like the aesthetic of these buildings though. Or him props in here. Guess him was a Fed after all. Like the add-on called him. The layout of this one's really interesting. I don't think I've actually ever come into this version of the PD. Like, in these, like, sets of maps. Hi, Revo. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been in here. I must have missed this every other time I played this map. Yellow car! Echo Taylor Swift, Echo Nico Bellic. I'm just standing together. Yeah, this version of the police department might be my new like favorite out of all the ones in like these 3 maps. Sadly, this is my serious room. This is where I go to be serious. Lol. He's lying. What are the odds that that person wrote both of the messages, whoever made that? And they set their own scene up by themselves? Police Chief Police Chief Ari. Oh, the fucking baby? That's the one you... What is that even from? It looks like it's from Left 4 Dead, but I don't know. I didn't even know that was in there or in any of their games. That was like ugly. It's so ugly looking. I have so many just silly ones. That's in briefing. This actually seems like a smaller police department than the other ones that I've seen. The plan. Fuck. I've never been in this building before. This game. That can't be all that's here, right? They have to have an armory, right? Unless that's what this is. No. No, it can't be. Wait a minute. No, okay, that's the evidence room. Observation, interrogation. Usually they have like an armory somewhere. There must be something hidden. Unless it's oh, it's downstairs, right? There's a downstairs portion. Surprised there's not an A cabin here. That's the 10-year joint from the court. Oh, they're locked. You have to use like a mechanism from somewhere else down here to open them. Hmm. Interesting. I guess this is like a solitary confinement sort of cell. What's over here? Parking garage. Where's the armory? Oh, I guess this would be it. We took all the guns. You saying we can't have guns down here? What the? Only 2 rows. I'm willing to bet. I again, I haven't been in this building in this version of the like the 3 NY maps, but I bet if you shot those, they would be knocked down. They would fall over and then come back up. I feel like you can't make like a sort of target that looks like that and have it not function in that sort of way. I feel like it has to work. Okay, now we can probably go over to that one office building and then go to a different map. We're gonna spend like 2 hours on this specific map when it's all said and done. It's such a huge map. And then maybe between this map and the next one, I can put something in the microwave or something. I'm freaking hungry. I like this building a lot too. You get a really good view up in the upper floors of this place. And the music here is really cool too in the lobby. They are not. See, these clocks have different times. The New York one is the one that's supposed to say 11:05. And then the other one... Oh, wait, some of these are also moving. They're not in real time, but... Finland, London. Let's see if it's actually like an accurate difference. So if it's 11:05 here, then it would be, yeah, 5:05 in London. 6:05 in Finland. Yeah, I think these are accurate. Delhi would be 9 hours ahead. Or no, 10 hours ahead, sorry. LA would be 3 hours behind, so that would be 8:05. So yeah, these are at least kind of accurate in terms of like time zones. Kinda cool to see. Oh, I didn't realize there was like little screens here. I've never noticed that either. There's like a little security system like built into the desk. I've never like gone behind the desk and looked at that before. Yeah, the elevator kind of setup they have here is really cool too. And there's like two different elevators you can use. Yeah, you should look out the window. The view you get up here is really good. I can see a message out in the sky over there. What the hell? Like someone pressed R as they jumped off and were falling. There's multiple of them like that. It's kind of weird that it looks like the elevator door is only like half open. I wonder if something broke there. Or if it has always done that. It doesn't seem right to me. That goes up. But yeah, I pointed in like the one video that I made. I like this area a lot because you can kind of hear like the ventilation once you go out to like the bridge over here. Oh, and then there's the lounge room too, yeah. The ambience in here has always been very comforting to me, just in this whole building. Hail from accounting. Fuck you, Bill. Play Job Job and everyone says you suck in Job Job. I wonder if this is going to be a scene about somebody sitting on the thing with their pants down. Surprisingly not, actually. It goes to sandbox when you join a map. I don't... It might be an add-on conflict, maybe? It does say to disable your add-ons when you turn on the game mode. Which I didn't bother to do that, but it's working for me. But you may have different add-ons than I do. Either that or, Did you manually select the Echo game mode from the main menu? I know that might be a dumb question, but... It's the second time that message has been here. Bot liquor, our prices have never been lower. I want to go in the... Holy shit, there's like 10 different messages just right here. Because the view goes crazy. Perhaps it's time to write something original. Vault message. Running in circles from NPCs here as they chase. You can see them across the windows, same with players. Oh, that would be kind of cool, yeah. You always have like an eye on like where the NPCs are that are chasing you. Just like it again. Much later than before. Land bridges are such a neat concept. I wish it was more widely used. True. It was not made in 2026, but this one was. Yeah, so this might be one of my favorite views on the whole map. Just being up here. The opening shot of the first video I made that gave me the inspiration to make more of them. Was this another guy who was making videos about Gmod stuff that started with this? Because that's how I did. That's how I started too with my videos. The very first like Gmod exploration video that I made had this in it. This map. This room doesn't have anything. No, this is NY City. It's made by the same guy that made Southside. It's like a continuation. It's like a different area, I guess, of like the surrounding like greater New York area or something. He made Southside, he made NY City, and he made Union City. And they're all like seemingly connected. You can't go to the others from here, but like you see signs saying like, oh, there's roads that go to Union City or Southside. It is a very beautiful skyline. I'm curious how they left some of those messages that are off the building. JC, a bomb! God, how do you wait to play a map like this? That guy must have felt dumb for, like, waiting so long. This map rocks. Max Payne. They were all a baby. Final gunshot was an exclamation mark to everything that led to this point. Released my finger from the trigger. And then it was a rhetorical question. How do you even make that? I kind of want to try. I think I've read everything in here. I gotta see what this says. I'm gonna completely miss it. I'm gonna have to go back through, like, the VOD. Yeah. Fuck. I only got a split second of that. I have no idea what that said. Maybe someone can, like, go back and use the clip function to find out. I feel like if I went back up there and tried it again, I still wouldn't get. Oh, fuck. What would even happen if you went up to this thing? Would it register that you exist? Oh, yeah, it does. Can I die in this game mode? I could fucking handle anything. I don't give a fuck. It's my health. It's still at 100. I don't think I'm taking damage. What's up, Roman? What's going on? Yeah, I'm not dying. I'm noticing this distinct lack of me dying. What if I kill bind? Okay, kill binding literally doesn't work. Ah. Whoa! I'm damage surfing. Okay. Yeah, we can probably change maps. I think we saw a lot of the major landmarks in this map. I'm gonna, oh, you know what we could do? We could press tab and look at the other maps that I have installed and see if any of them kind of stick out. The Everpine Mall, I feel like, is going to be an interesting one. I'm surprised that one has as many as it does. Oh. Okay, I thought there would be a confirmation into when you clicked on that. I guess it just sends you the moment you click it. Okay. While that's loading, I'm going to see if I can make something really quick, so I will be right back. Making freaking cost. Hello. Cracks open the freaking soda can with some authority. Yeah, I like Everpine Mall. I just didn't know it was that popular to get as many echoes as it did. It's like right up there with Construct. That's a lot. Disabled every add-on, it doesn't let you. Right? I didn't have to do anything fancy to get it to work. Like, you should just, like, let's say you're at the main menu, you just click on the bottom right thing, like, you do Echoes Beyond, click that, and then go start new game, and you just pick a map. I don't know. I didn't do anything crazy. I don't think it required any, like, other add-ons that, like, would have linked with it. Not that I know of, at least. Map doesn't work too well for Map Sweeper. What the heck is Map Sweeper? Something about this map doesn't seem to be performing too well, though. Maybe it's just the fact that it's like the lighting from the things themselves, but there's like a somewhat a bit of choppiness and flickering. Oh yeah, no, you definitely want to be on the main menu. Yeah, I just assumed that was a given that you were already there. Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be some interesting messages here, like maybe a good bit more of like nostalgia or affirmation stuff. It seems like one of those maps where you could see a good bit of that. Like it's interesting, like just the sheer concentration of these that's around. Like I wonder if there was like a big event where a lot of people gathered here at once or something. Who's this? I want to go in some of like the specific shops probably. Last time I went to a mall, I got arrested. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Breaking out of GM Windslept was a true horror. I've played that map. That was a good map too. Oh, Potato has been here too. The usual suspects. Yeah, this is a lot. Did you spawn in a different place again? Oh. Surprised it took that long for the music to kind of chime in. Glad to see this place is still fairly active when it comes to echoes. A few of my favorite maps kind of fell off. So people are treating this like a game that they like log into or something? Oh. Wait, this is that one Casanova or that one song. I've heard this in... I'm surprised like how many different places I've heard this song. They used this song in the Backrooms movie. I'm like pretty sure. I think it's in the fucking Backrooms like movie soundtrack on Spotify. But this song has existed before that came out too. Like I don't know like what the story is with how that music also ended up in that movie. But it's like the music I think you hear when they're in Clark's furniture store. Yeah, a shit ton of echoes. Like the way this game mode works, it reminds me a lot of like Yume Nikki Online or like Yume Tuki and stuff like that. And it's like people will log in and like go to their different sorry for the beeping, my food's ready. People will go to like their different like maps that they like and like talk with people while they're exploring and stuff like that. And it's like they log in and it's like also a social thing for them. And everyone kind of just talks about how life is while they're exploring these places. Keypad's broken and only let you hit yes. I didn't realize like there were so many messages being added like daily, and then someone's keeping track of the activity, and then like at some point it fades off. Yeah, I'm surprised it's been active for so long, like on a daily basis. God, there's so many of these. Les bathtub fish. In 2015, I had a dream one night where Markiplier and I went to a Walmart to get a pet fish. At the fish wall, some blonde vlogger bro who worked there slid in, selfie stick in tow, and offered us a fish. Continued in 12 minutes? Maybe we'll never know. Maybe we'll never know what that said. How do I no clip? I don't think you can. I don't think it lets you. It's not letting me. Which is weird because earlier when I was testing it in single player I was able to, but now I can't. Maybe it was a fluke. We sell meth here, sir. Yeah, it would be really nice to see how they or when they were made. Is that not an option? I'm surprised by that. What's Gmod mode? And what's Void Echoes? I'm kind of curious what Void Echoes is. I don't know what that would really do. God, the flickering is crazy. You need to be on single player. That's about what I thought. Burger. I think it's someone's making a point to go to like every restaurant in these maps and ask for a burger. Like the one in the Golden Dragon, someone was doing that. Flesh-eating yokai named Rumia that would probably enjoy a raw cut of strange meat. Which reminds me of like that Burger King commercial where the guy like slithers on the ground like a snake and unhinges his jaw to eat a burger whole from some other guy that's just like sitting there minding his business. This is like that scene from Breaking Bad where Walt was talking to Lydia about her supply chain. In the albeit that was in like a coffee store or like a Starbucks or something. Extra water and I got soda. Bogir. Oh yeah. I forgot about that. I think the last time I played on this map with friends, like I was hitting stuff with the crowbar and the food was like, yeah, it had like blood decals on it. Hamburger. Let me go get my food really quick and I'll keep talking. Today was... Yeah, now I want a burger. Like, I was like, man, that's taking burger. I gotta use my willpower over it. Or at least just put some myself, so I'm not like... That's pretty good, though. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's like that. I think Cacio e Pepe or Cacio e Pepe, like Cacio. Don't know how to pronounce that. E Pepe, which is just like, I guess it's just pepper. It's like this cheesy, like it's basically like a mac and cheese essentially, but more fucking bougie. At least it feels more bougie. It's still like a freezer aisle prepared meal, but it tastes fucking good. Let's go to the freaking toy box. Hi, Revo. Yi-yi-o. I can imagine some little kid in the Source universe who probably has an adult model probably getting really excited about these toys. Pick them up. And they do bounce. You can have a little bit of fun with it. Even make like the kickball sounds. I want to get the Male 07 action figure. I want to get the Male 08 action figure. Buddha's in stock. It's the last one I need for my collection. Whoa. Nowadays, they're probably scalping for French on the fucking eBay. What the hell? Let this get back in here. I don't see, what the fuck? Ah! I don't know if Stevos isn't... Oh, that is Stevo. Wait, is that Stevos? I don't see, like, a shadow. I guess it is, because I'm not picking that up. You're scaring me. You're fucking scaring me. Help! Messi! Yeah, this is a fun toy store. It, like, makes sense within the Gmod continuity. Is it? I would be... In my brain, it makes more sense as, like, a not a librarian, a, Logan from Earth reference, because he plays as a skeleton, but I don't remember him naming anybody Darwin. I guess Librarian talks to skeletons in the maps, too, whenever he sees them. So it could be. I don't know for sure. Sorry, I'm also eating. The upward playset is probably really awkward to work, to work around. Yeah, probably. It'd probably be pretty fun though. Yeah, this store is awesome. God, I can only imagine how many like wild just messages there probably are in GM Construct, but they probably wouldn't be as fun as some of these more niche maps. Oh, the carpet. Is this the exact carpet? I don't know if this is the exact one. I don't think it is. It has like the same vibe, but I feel like the one I'm familiar with is different. Ah! Help! Help! Help me! I just reflector! I use my spell to protect myself. God, everywhere you walk, it's just a bunch of different beeps as you walk by each individual thing. I don't know if we're gonna be able to read all of these. There's a lot of these in here. I wonder what that lower pitch sound is. I wonder if that's like the sound of somebody like placing something in real time. Probably not if everything's being drawn as soon as the map loads and not anymore after that. What the? A freaking alien following me everywhere. Pansexual hound eye. Well, that's a name right there. Hello there. I haven't had a jelly donut in so long. Hey, this guy's a reference to that one TF2 player named Bing Soy. And then potatoes here. Eat the table. Oh, there's... Wait, what? Yeah, I was gonna say the translation seems a little pointless here. I only recommend Northern Europe at least once. It has a very special vibe that will forever draw me to it. I've heard horror stories about learning Finnish. Oh, hey. Can I order the...
Draw forth a sword and sheathe it in those that afflict me. Say to my soul, I am thy salvation.
In the bread store? A lot of stuff here. Oh.
For my soul is filled with evil, and like this place must be purged.
Okay, some people got up to some interesting stuff back here. Yeah, the interesting thing about this cake is it's another one where if you hit it, it like has like the blood decal, so it's like it's full of jelly. I like to eat the cheesecake. Yum! Yeah. This bloody cheesecake tastes great! I'm surprised how many messages are just in like kind of the back hallways. There's a medical station here? I didn't know there was like this back corner out here with a dumpster. Oh. There's the box. This was from also over a year ago. What's going on out here? What's going on by the dumpster? They're all clean. Can you even climb these? I don't think there's a way up into these. What? How'd they get in there? How's that even possible? Unless, like, maybe someone stood outside and, like, placed the message, like, in a way that... Like, if they were looking right at it, there might be a thing in there anyway. Open Zoo reference. Sweet. That's like that's Infra adjacent. It's the same universe as Infra. It's made by the same company. Oh, I gotta get more of my food before it gets cold. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep like breaking up like the talking every like sentence I say. Okay, I'm good. What the? I thought you somehow like picked up a big fucking box and put it down. Everything is so flickery here with this. It's over here. Yeah, there seems to be like some sort of bug with how things are working on this map. Like now that they're still flickering. Wonder if that I don't think that has anything to do with the void echoes thing that was turned on. I still don't even know what that does. There's so many light entities. Is there something we can turn off with that? What's floating echoes? What happens if we turn that off? They're just okay, that just means they're not animated anymore. Oh yeah, dynamic lights. Oh yeah, that fixed it. Yeah, there we go. John Interloper. That's a message left probably by Revo in spirit. Yeah, that helps. I'll turn the floating ones back on. That's pretty good. The John Interloper. Oh yeah, I like this like lounge area, this makeshift lounge area back here, and like the like this whole like concrete room and everything. There's something very comfy about that to me. Funny how things really work around here. Yeah. A horse is here. Oh, the grocery store. Super snacks. I would love like a paprika flavored snack right about now. Like some kind of chip. That shit would go hard. Wonder White. Where'd they remove the sawdust from? I needed that. I desperately need to know the lore and conflict behind super butter and evil butter. Cheddar not sliced. Where's evil butter? Fuck. I didn't know about evil butter. Scariest shit I ever seen. I dreamed about this perfect cheese. You should eat it someday. It's from a year ago too. I guess a lot of like this gained traction like right when it came out a year ago, and then after that it kind of died out a little bit. Or, you know. Oh, Ethosaur was here a month ago. Okay. Just missed him a little bit by like a month. What? Hold on, I'm not done here yet. I'll be over there in a second. Some huge melons. Oh, you can pick up one of the melons. I'll be over there in a second. We gotta get some fucking canola oil. Or vegetable oil. Wait, where am I going? What is your freaking deal? Shit is haunted. Oh, more Ethosaur. I drank some no-draw soda and now I can't see myself. Where's that? Oh, fuck. Cola! Yippee! Conk. How do you get up there? Oh! I'm the Clorox. I speak for the bleach. Oh, never mind. It's normal bleach. Generic bleach moment. They made a whole show about that. They made a whole anime about that. My name is Snapple. My background consists of watermelon and lemonade. The more you open this door and the more you hold me, the temperature goes down and I'm not drinkable anymore. Close the goddamn door. Oh. Interesting, like the personal details this game will make people like kind of just say out into the void. Did you do Southside? Not today, no. That would take a long time. I'll probably do more streams of this though. I'm interested in this game mode. There's a lot to kind of go in and find that since we came into it late. Banana. Banana. This is probably like an innuendo of some kind for something you're not allowed to show on TV. Oh, don't slime at me. Like such a European grocery store. My cookies. This is like they have entire like 2-liter soda bottles in their impulse buying kind of section. That's fucked up. We don't even do that in the US. I don't think they do that in Europe either. I feel like that's kind of a... I feel like that isn't accurate. I'm assuming it's not accurate. That'd be crazy if it was. You gotta be pretty damn strong to lift an entire shop. With a fine prince turning. Remember when PC Gamer was a fun time to just grab a magazine and read? Yeah, I missed that. I had one when I was like 11, that like right around when Epic Mickey came out and Singularity had come out. Like, that was fun to read. I missed that. I wish I had like some more old versions of that. They got more no draw in here. Come on, break. If they're putting a sign out here that says not to go in, then... Oh. Okay. I guess that's the employees only door. Well, which is weird because... Why is it on both sides of the door? Buying or selling in the drugstore, that's a +2. Out of the way, bone bag. I got other stores to go to. Boom! Locks you in like a boss. See ya, nerd. My name's Gerbert. Oh. You almost did something smart there. You almost had it. John Interloper again? Looking at old magazine scans and archive. Oh, true. Would you be allowed to do that? I feel like I could get in trouble for that somehow. It seems risky. Yeah, they have a whole map for all the stores. Imagine if this map was in VR chat. Oh, TF2 Air. True. That would be cool. I don't play a lot of VR chat unless I'm like playing with my friends, but I have like a bunch of friends that love VR chat and exploring in there, and they don't touch Gmod really that much. So I wish I could like show more Gmod maps to my friends that play VR chat. This would be a really good map for that. This would be like an insanely good VR chat world, I feel like, if it was ported over there. Like, because VR chat spaces are really good as social spaces naturally. And I feel like this fits the art, like, kind of style of a lot of VR chat worlds and just would be a really good, just social function too. What the hell is going on over there? What are you doing to the funny character that they have as the mascot? You can't do that. It's Fizz, dude. Freddy Faz Fizz. At the very least, it could be cool to do that in call, if not on stream. God, there's so many of them around the fountain. I wonder if this guy talking about Ethosaur knew that Ethosaur was exploring this map. I wonder. Okay, no, I thought it was going to be an Ethosaur message right next to that one. Yeah, this is a good thought. Malls also just offer much more content to respond to with the echoes when compared to a brutalist structure map. Or there's not really a lot of details to fixate on, but with malls you can just say stuff about everything that's located here. Yeah, like, I think it provides like a lot of avenues for people to kind of relate to one another and their past experiences too, and just kind of like what they kind of have to say about like their past like experiences in malls and whatnot. People do like mall maps. I wish there were more of them on the workshop. I wish there were more like abandoned ones. Those are always fun. Yeah, malls, like I was saying, like mall spaces kind of would work really well in VR chat just because they're so social. And then here too. Why is that bottle floating at me? Sick to bastard death of you. I'll kill you. You insignificant fuck. Oh yeah, okay, so that I was like, oh, I heard Gianni say that. It is literally just a Gianni reference. Why are there so many Ultra Kill references here? Just because of the coins that were flicked in and then that kind of intersected or something? You're gonna break the freaking map. You're gonna break the soda machine. Are there even any coins in here? No, they don't have models for that. Piss. We go down to the food court. If there isn't like a monologue from Coach saying, "Dear Lord, please let the food court be okay," then someone did something wrong. That's gotta be down here, I would think, right? If it's not, I'm putting something in there. Ricky. Ricky's a chill guy. You don't gotta be mean to Ricky. Mirror's Edge vibes? I could see that. I could kind of see that. I guess with this. But also kind of... Not so much the general aesthetic of the place, but like... Kind of the hole-in-the-wall stores kind of being like... Do you mind, dude? Ugh! Fucking drop kick you. Ugh. He's quicker than I thought. But like, I think an underground mall, like, or like a mall as like part of a subway feels very Mirror's Edge-esque. And this isn't that, but there's like some parts of it that kind of line up with it a little bit. Half-Life Resurgence. Last Stand NPC fights here, of all places. I want to see what they got in the burger store. 55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 100 tater tots, 100 pizza, 100 tenders, 100 meatballs, 100 coffees, 55 swings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pastas, 55 pastas, 155 taters. But you said pastas twice at the end? That shit made my head, that gave me a little headache. Made my head go light. 13 burger buns glued together. I wonder. I fucking wonder, dude. Insight on the map gained. What the? Me spatular. SpongeBob, you have to go to work. You have to make the freaking burgers. You gotta make the freaking crappy patties. Plates? We talking about the trays on the table? What plates? Burger. Oh! I'd say the burger looks pretty tasty. I would eat that. What is going on in there? Oh, you're I don't think that's how that works. I don't think that's how you make a burger unless you're an insane person. Oh, good lord. You gotta do this shit, dude. Oh, wait, you see that? You can actually kind of see like the fryer like fluid in there. Like the oil. That's an interesting detail that's even in there to begin with. I wouldn't have expected them to do that. Okay, Burger Tank, there's at least that. There's at least Burger Tank. Bitch, I don't know what they did, but in Maestro Burger, they absorbed the soul of their first love, but only at a location closer to me. Moscow is bad. Maestro Burger? Water brush? I mean, yeah. It's not like that complicated. They just like colored it. But like I like that it's there. It's a detail that most people would otherwise overlook. Who is messaging me on Discord right now? Oh, hold on one second. Hmm. Okay, anyway. A lot of GTA San Andreas references going on too, naturally. You would know what kind of fucking service we had here once, even opposite the house in Rostic. I was hoping there would be like, go to the fucking restaurant, you order the fucking burger, you get the fucking burger from the fucking person who works at the fucking desk, and when you taste the fucking food, you have a fucking, like, I don't know what, like, copy pasta it is, or, like, what kind of video it is where the person just, like, kind of fills, like, every sentence with the word fucking, but it kind of reminded me of that. I don't remember what that was. What's Rostic's Russian equivalent of KFC? What's that? I mean, they told me, but, like, hold on. Rostic? Russia? Russia revives fried chicken chains Rostic's after KFC. What is the rest of that headline? KFC owner leaves. What does that look like? Hold on, I'm gonna bring up the display capture. We're gonna learn a little bit. Or at least we're gonna look at images. It all starts with an appetite. I'm surprised it's in English. At least for that. Not up there so much, but the food looks good. That does look pretty appetizing, doesn't it? I mean, it looks like basically the type of stuff you would get in the US. They have like a burrito type of thing. They got like chicken sandwiches. What is this? That just, I'm actually sort of, that might just be AI generated or something, or some kind of like concept. I don't know. That looks like a place I would eat at though, if it was not in Russia. Probably the food would be pretty good. What if do they have like pictures of like the food up close? Is that like the seasoning on there? It looks like there's a lot of seasoning. I don't know like for sure though, because it's such a weird angle. That like looks good. That looks good as fuck actually. Am I crazy? That looks kind of good, doesn't it? I wish I like could read what their menu was right here. I mean, I wish I could read. That like looks good. Interesting. What was the other restaurant this guy was talking about? There was like some other thing somebody was talking about in Moscow. Maestro Burger. What is that? Maestro Burger. Or is that just a specific burger from McDonald's? I've never even heard of that. It's got like a bunch of peppers in it or something. What is this? Where are these fries coming from? Where's this? Maestro Veggie Burger? What is this place? Or what? I mean, what? Where? I don't know. I've never seen or heard of this before. I mean, it looks good. Was it got like mozzarella sticks in there or something? What is this guy saying here? Hold on. Where was that message? In Maestro Burger, they absorbed the... Is it like a renaming of McDonald's in Russia or something? That's weird. That's interesting. Where'd you go? Is there something in the back that you saw? Big freaking freezer, I guess. That's what. Wait, you can... Someone was able to give themselves a player model in here? How would you do that? I kind of want that. Like, I want to basically... I like the slow nature of this. I wish I still had the option to have my player model and, like... I don't know, I don't really need the weapons or anything, but I'd like to be able to, like, move in, like, a... Actually, I like the movement speed, too. I just want to have a player model, honestly. I want to, like, see my own body and have it feel a little more grounded.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh.
Wouldn't mind checking out another map soon, too, but there's already so much of this map that we just haven't looked at yet. I want to... It would feel weird if we only did 2 maps today. We should do another map, too. We spent so long on that first map, though. What's Ricky doing? I found a TF2 unicorn, and when I pressed E on it, it disappeared and played a popping sound. What map are you looking at? This one? Ah, yes, the 4 genders. I never saw that. I never noticed it. Oh, the dark room might be an interesting one to be in. They got some crazy shit in the dark room. I might note at the entrance of Gmod. This guy's telling us to go to other maps to read more about what he thinks about malls. My dad worked at a Baskin Robbins in a mall in the 80s. He allegedly filled the main fountain with dry ice and fogged the whole place up. That is cool. Wonder what that would have looked like. He's a cool mascot. He reminds me of my friend's, like... My friend Moop's art a little bit. GM My Side V1. Somebody doing, like, a scavenger hunt on different maps? It's interesting, like, people are, like, kind of doing their own, like, little inter-map, like, chains of messages. Big city? That would be a lot. That's a lot of ground to cover. Like, I won't say no to doing it eventually. Maybe not today. I want to do, like, a map that we could go through in, like, 30-ish minutes. John Interloper is back. But I could totally see myself doing this as, like, a sort of series of streams. I don't think this is going to be a one-time thing. This is very interesting to me. Because there's so many of these. Larry's cool. Oh, this is a librarian thing. Yeah, I forgot about that. I mean, that could explain why someone was saying like the Darwin thing in the other store could have been a librarian reference. Imagine hiding codes and hints to your map inside other map. That would be fucked up. I feel like that risks like having a message go over someone's head because not everyone's obviously gonna have the game mode. Of course, you could tell someone to have the add-on installed in like the description of your workshop page. And then at that point, it's on their own, it's at their own peril, whether or not they get it. I'm gonna be a little selective about which stores I go in and which messages I read, because there's just so many of these here. Go to spawn, and outside is where the unicorn is. I think we've spawned in different places, at least, me and Stevos did. I mean, that could be anywhere out here, dude. The one all the way over here? Is that in the distance over there? No, that's in the trees. Oh, I never noticed all the shopping carts just kind of lined in here. Oh, and you can pick one up. Maybe I just forgot about it. Oh, is this like one of the carts where you put like the coin in to take it, like they have at Aldi? The electric box looking thing? Was I not paying attention and I missed it? Or... behind me. What? I'm just going to stay looking at these dumpsters, and from there you tell me where to go. Because I'm sure there's like a delay. Forwards towards the dumpsters? Oh, okay. I see. Perhaps there is an Easter egg in the map somewhere. I want to see what's going on here. I like this graffiti. I wonder if this is original, because I've never seen this on any other map before. I also like the kind of flashlight mod where the flashlight is like slightly delayed. Before you move on, you get to pause just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together, excuse me, to grasp at that elusive bigger picture. This person's leaving a lot of message in this map, too. This was from, last month. Ah! Oh, a library. Or a bookstore. House of Leaves. Oh, people might discuss their book club stuff in here. Oh, shit. Hope that's not true. Smarf guy has a sense of humor. I think the last book I bought at an actual bookstore... Oh no, I bought 2 books at a bookstore last summer. One was... It was it was like... Oh, I can... Hold on, I could go and pick it up. One sec. It's in my bookshelf right now. I'm trying to remember the exact wording. I think it's like one day everyone will have always been against. Yeah, by Omar El Akkad. One day everyone will have always been against this. I got that one that's about all the shit that's happening in Palestine, and then I have another one called like algorithm land or something. I need to look stuff again. No, it's called Filter World. And it's about like how algorithms are kind of flattening culture by like just kind of making everything like everyone has to kind of do the same thing to like get their stuff seen, and like algorithms just kind of sort out the more interesting stuff and whatnot. And so everyone's kind of just life just becomes more boring when it's put through like the filter of an algorithm and stuff like that. But those books are pretty interesting. I need to have some more time set aside to read more of them, or just to read more books in general. I bet Polyvision has some interesting stuff. Oh, Video Star too? Okay. We'll look at these two stores and then see if there's another map we want to look at. Yeah, this is like the game store. That's recent. Neverhood. Oh, there's Off. There's Signalis. Store full of Peak. It's true. I don't think I've looked like so close at the games in this map's store before. Can't not have Left 4 Dead. UMVC 3. Oh, Marvel vs. Capcom. I think I played that one of those games in that series a little bit when I was a kid, but not like much. But I think I remember having fun with it. Cool map with the video game store. Check out GM. Interesting name. Want to make a note of that with a screenshot. They got their own dedicated Valve shelf, seemingly. Dishonored, RE4, Neverhood. Oh, there's that. Payday. I need to play Payday again. You know, that was probably from like a month ago. Yeah, that seems a bit of a reach with all these other classic games. Or was that other store? The video store one? Wait, there's a furniture store in here too, though. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm gonna speedrun the furniture store one. I just want to see if there's any Backrooms references in there. There's gotta be like a Captain Clark reference in here somewhere. There's gotta be at least one. I would be really surprised if there wasn't. Pretty livable spaces. I always like this TV, like, kind of TV. I always like the TV stand setup. There's something very comforting about that whenever I see it in a map. This exact thing is in GM, I think, Cabin in the Woods. I love that map. Under $1,000. Oh, I think that's a reference probably right there. That might be a reference right there, maybe. If he's like an Ottoman sitting on his throne. That might be a reference right there. And the music playing when I'm in here, it's a fucking sign. Nice. Sun motif. I feel like I've seen that in a bunch of different maps before from like another creator. Or for all I know, this is the same creator. I don't know. Void Mall merch. Is that? I think that might be what that's referring to. With like the pink stuff. Seemingly only one Backrooms reference in here, if that. Inno. Who's Inno? Is that the person who made the Void Mall maps? Or the Void maps in general? Watch out! No, this is like a functional mall. It just happens to be at a very non-busy time of it, I suppose. Like how all the entrances have like kind of the people, like they haven't really delved into the map yet to like socialize with the other blurbs that were left, but they're kind of just leaving their actual general thoughts by the entrances, and I think those are a bit more interesting. You're the only person that isn't streaming an RP server. I don't know if I would ever do that again. That play like streaming an RP server is such like a shit show. Cause you like RP servers in Gmod are just, you cannot stream those and not have like someone saying a bunch of slurs in there. You can't avoid it unless you're like you're the server owner vetting everyone that joins it or something. Like if it's like a RP thing like where you're with your friends and it's like your own server just for like sort of like an SMP sort of thing but in Gmod. Like you've curated everyone that's in there and it's like an improv thing, like, you know, the type of thing that I want to do one day. Then I feel like streaming an RP server would be a very bad idea. You can't control what other people say in the chat boxes in there. There's gonna be a lot of slurs and shit. Your name changed color. Sandbox is fun. You can do your own fun in there. What are you doing to me with this freaking fire extinguisher? Discourse, I guess, about streaming and whatnot now. Con Air. Person below me is John Egbert. It's on the other side. What about like Will Ferrell or John C. Reilly? What are we doing here? 22 copies of Step Brothers. Which one is that?
Help!
Isn't this Ocean's 11? Yeah. Where's Step Brothers or Step Brother? Where's that? They got a shit ton of copies of Up, apparently. What are we talking about here? Minority Report? I haven't watched that movie in years. I used to love doing NPC fights when I was playing the game, like, by myself when I was a kid. When I was, like, 9. I would just pose, like, a bunch of rebels versus combines and then give them whatever cool weapon packs I would find on the workshop. Because I used to be, like, a kid who used to love, like, playing with action figures, like, and posing, like, for big fights with all the ones that I owned when I was, like, a kid. And I'll say I feel like I was probably into action figures significantly longer than probably most kids were. Like, I think I was into them at a later point in my life than most kids would probably end up moving on from those to other things. Like, some kids would probably hit, like, I don't know, 8 and decide, like, okay, I'm done with action figures or something. Maybe. I'm just estimating. I think I was into them probably a few years longer than that. I like the army little figurines you put around, like, the Green Army dudes. Making whole battle scenes with that when I was a kid, too. So, I mean, that carried over to Gmod, I suppose. You put on a podcast and watch them fight. That's not a bad way to spend your time. Something to do. I think that's all that I'm looking to do for this map. Let's see if there's one more that we can look at for now. Now, Evo said big city, and I'll consider that. Let me just see if there's not something else that I really want to do. Stelliferous would be interesting, but that's a pretty big map too. I'm kind of curious about that one, like, really chill room with the music. I wonder what the messages would be like in there, though. Xanthus would be a cool map. South, you know, south side, but that's pretty big. Pitfalls, naturally, would be pretty cool. Jazz Bar. Is that just Jazztronauts? Construct Arrow. Oh, I have to. I was thinking about looking at that map. I was just like, no, surely that one wouldn't have that many echoes in it. But sure enough, it does. City of Silence. I made a video about that map not too long ago. Dust 2. I thought that one would have more. I'm really surprised that doesn't have as many. Asheville only has 300. They got some recency bias on here, man. I'll tell you what. Surprised Umbra Pools has as many as it does. Yeah, we could do Big City. We could look around in there. Why not? There's like a gorillion fucking echoes in here. But yeah, I'll almost certainly do another stream of this and look at some more random maps too. I might want to see, yeah, maybe some of the more random maps that have like fewer echoes and just see what people think of them. Like I was on, when I was testing it, I was doing the Toontown Estates map and that had like 5 echoes, but they were interesting in their own right. Oh man, on that note, maybe going to the Toontown Central map would be an interesting thing to try. And seeing what people have to say on that. I feel like that might have more comments than the estate map did. I might need to try that actually before I leave, because at least that's a small map. Okay, we'll do a brief look at this and then do that too. Because I'm not gonna read all 2,700 messages in Big City. You're out of your mind if you think I'm doing that. Especially because like the big open thing here, like how am I gonna determine which messages to prioritize? A bunch of them are probably gonna say nothing of value. Most likely. I don't think I've ever spent time looking so intently at a corner in this map. How much are in Flatgrass? Not as many as Big City, but still a good few. 2,150, while Big City has 2,700. There might not be enough room in Flatgrass. Believe me, there is. What is going on with some of these? I think the problem with a map like is widely downloaded as GM Big City is you're probably also gonna get like a few more in the way of like weirdos leaving messages, like bad actors potentially. So you gotta be kind of careful with a map like this one. The reason this is out here is because you need to remember you are a person too. You need care and love too. Don't forget who you are. Why not record a voice recording for your family so when you pass they can listen to? That's kind of morbid a little bit. That's like an oddly specific thing to focus in on. Like I get the positive affirmation part of it, but like, you know, who's dying today, man? Where people playing this are probably still pretty young. You don't gotta think about that right now. Oh, Intellectual Potato's been here too. There he is. I made my own little thought bubble section in Golden Park V2 if anyone's interested by the water. There he is again. Yeah, who is Intellectual Potato? Is he like a guy who makes maps too? Or is he just like one of the main people that leaves comments here? Hmm. I wonder if I was to leave the map and rejoin it, if it would still keep track of like which ones I've read and which ones I haven't. Second to last floor. In this building? DIY Hall of Fame. Feel free to add the names of people you've seen around a lot nest to this echo. Can you nest things to an echo? Would that work? I don't think that does work. You can't even go through the door on this one. You can't teleport from it. Maybe this whole section is like a Hall of Fame sort of thing. Everything down here too. Maybe this entire building might be. So people are like leaving their names or other people's names there. I don't know if Stevos is loaded in here yet. There's a lot of just like kind of random general like hello messages and whatnot. What's like a certain landmark that we... Oh god, you know what the problem is? This map is so big horizontally and you don't have no clip. I feel like probably a majority of the messages in this map are probably centralized right here. Because it would take such a long time to go anywhere else. But then that makes some of the ones you see up in the sky or up in the above these buildings so much more impressive. Granted, you could probably go up to the top of the towers and just drop down anywhere. You wouldn't die. Where'd everybody go? Bingo? I have no idea what this guy's even saying. I made its mimic. I made the Edwin. It was difficult to put the pieces together. Where is my ball? There's Stevos. I'll never know why David ran out into the road. People read anything, dude. Huh. That's kind of sus. That's dangerous. Okay. Wonder if there's people that have like loaded this map for the first time from this game mode that hadn't played it previously. Me 1 year later. Hmm. God, yeah, I would never be able to read all the messages down here. It's just so many. I feel like probably there might be over 1,000, maybe even 2,000 just in this one area. There's a lot of fucking messages down here. I think it's at least 1,000 for sure. Like, I wouldn't even know, like, I don't think a majority of people would be willing to, like, walk across the entire map to, like, leave a message in, like, some niche part of it. There's not going to be that many that want to do that, considering you don't have any mobility options. It's hard to know which ones are going to be interesting, though. Is it more of a Hall of Fame thing here? Like, are people, like, putting rings of messages around different buildings? Is this a discussion about, like, music they really like? Where is this starting? I'm familiar with Makeup and Vanity Set, by the way. This must be, like, a favorite song or, like... There's a dead end between buildings with 3 doors. Find an echo there, you'll be blessed with satisfaction. Hmm. Where does this discussion start? Maybe over here? It's gotta be one that's, like, off of the building, I would have to think. Hmm. I don't know. Oh, Beginner's Guide mentioned. Oh, here we go. How about we share our favorite songs along these walls? Feel free to share the name and the author of the song you love. And then it started, like, on from here. Oh, that didn't age well. Do they know? Do they know what he did? I guess you can separate the music from the artist, because his music was good, but man, the person himself had some problems. I'll leave it at that. First step by fortuitous. Oh, let down. That's a good one. There are more of these that I was... Wait. Listening to your songs. Was it this person that made it, or was this person? Would be Tommy. Wait a minute. No, this is the same person. Months off by Underworld. I'll probably leave my own message here and say something. Question is, where do I have the space to put it? Maybe right here? What are you talking about, dude? What's spawn point? What are you talking about? War? Like over there? Oh, maybe this itself is a spawn point. Okay, what about, yeah, how about this? The entire, Plastic Death album from Glass Beach. We need to... That album has so many good songs. Now I gotta try and remember like which of my favorite ones. I think Slip Under the Door is really good. Rare Animal is also really good. Oh. Now I gotta figure out how to get all the way to the end and like go back to where I was in the message. Let's see. Where's the other one, The Killer? I mean, all the songs in there are good, but man. Oh! Why you do this to me? Good enough. Leave my own little message there. Dude, it would take forever to figure out where Steve-O's went at this point unless they came over to me. They could be anywhere in this map by this point. Remember just running around in TF2 here, so much sniping people across the map. How would you even traverse the map in TF2? Would you have like grappling hooks on like a trade server or something? Otherwise, how would you get up on top of the buildings? I remember there was like a sandbox mode in TF2 where someone like the server had this GM, you know, big city map on there, and there was like a spawn menu built into the server where people would just like spawn like doors and barrels and whatnot, and you couldn't like really move or anything. You just had a spawn menu. It was like that weird, like, you know, how servers would have their own like menus built into the servers where it's like the little text box appears on the side, and it's often used for like selecting the next map. It'll be like a list of like 1 through 5 maps to pick from or something. Like that was like how their spawn menu was, and you just picked a thing from a list. Jetpack plugins. Yeah, that could make sense. This Tommy person I'm seeing around a lot in this map. Gmod will be my most played game again soon. I think I have a reason to start playing TF2 again. I've been thinking about, you know, TF2 is always on the mind in some respect. But think about getting back into Left 4 Dead 2 a little bit again. And Gmod was like the first game I ever hit 1,000 hours in, and it held that for a long time. And there have been very few games that have like really surpassed that for me. Dead by Daylight surpassed it, but I definitely hold Gmod in a higher regard. And then Tarkov is far and away the game I have the most time in, like the most time in a single game. I think overall, like if we were to count every Madden game I've ever played as one game, then that would win. But you know, they have a new release every year. And I still hold, you know, other games in a higher regard of like this is quality than Madden. Like Gmod I think has like just a strong, like that's core to my identity. Madden itself isn't core to my identity so much as football is. I guess Madden is kind of in there just because it's like, oh, I'm John Madden football, but like Gmod is like core to my identity. Left 4 Dead 2 is core to my identity. Those were games I associate with like who I am as a person ever since I was a kid. Um, Even Counter-Strike Source to an extent, despite the fact that I'm not generally like a die-hard Counter-Strike fan. Like I don't really care for the games that have come out since then. Like I'd have never really cared so much for Global Offensive or CS2. Um, I don't know. I once they like kind of went new and changed how those games felt, they didn't really feel the same to me anymore. I don't really like how they're all competitive and everything now. I kind of like when they were kind of just a shooter you could fuck around with your friends, and it's like a social space thing. TF2 will be 19 this October. Shit's crazy, dude. Time's going by too fast. Used to play on a club gaming sandbox server back in the early Gmod days, yeah. I wouldn't mind just, at some point, just going on a server with a bunch of people and just building contraptions again and just like a regular sandbox map. That's something I haven't done in a long time. Like just going on a random server on Flatgrass or something, or Mobenix, or some other like kind of just generic vibe sandbox map. Like imagine doing that with like a mod to make the game look like Gmod 9 again. That would be a vibe. And you put on some kind of specific like playlist of like, you know, music that would fit that vibe. Like pre-2010 music or something. That would be a vibe, dude. Everyone's like looking at the one that's up there who's about to jump. Look at a few more of these. I like these positive affirmation ones. They're always like a breath of fresh air compared to like a lot of the other silly ones. Here's Potato again. Genuinely, actually, years. I wonder how cramped all these maps would be if the servers last that long. Because, yeah, people will keep leaving stuff here. There's not really a cap on how many of them people can leave. Base build is deprecated. I miss a lot of those old game modes. I miss Morbius. I miss The Hidden. The Hidden was an awesome game mode. I wish there was more, I wish that game mode was still going. I remember having a lot of fun on that back in the day. And you would have, like, a team of Combine dudes working together to hunt this guy down. It's like they're freaking SEAL Team 6 or something. They all got like crazy gear and shit. There were some great game modes back in the day that just aren't really popular anymore or dead. I think one of my favorite, like I miss the minigames maps and servers on Counter-Strike Source. That's why I tried to do some minigame stuff the last stream. Or, not the last stream, the one before that. For Gmod. Minigames servers, like, on Counter-Strike were, like, the shit. I would do anything to be able to, like, host a thing like that with, like, a bunch of people again. Maybe as a server thing rather than, like a Discord server thing rather than a stream thing. Maybe you could get that to work if a bunch of people have Counter-Strike Source. I think the server's still up. I think it's still there, it's just no one plays on it anymore. At least Surf is still around. I think Surf will always be a thing. At least for like a very long time in the foreseeable future. I think Surf is my favorite Source Engine game mode probably ever. Hell, I wouldn't even, now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of feel like playing some of it tonight. But, man. I miss some of that stuff. And then, like, one of the minigames ones I liked was this, the the Smash game mode, which I hadn't seen very much of, but the Smash Lego Copter is one of my favorite minigame maps of all time. When it functions properly. It doesn't really function all that well in Gmod, as we saw during that one stream the other week. But in Counter-Strike Source, it fucking works like a charm. Came here just to take a look at this place. God, the sounds they picked for this are just absolutely perfect for it. Too dumb. These two are dumb who actually plays Roblox, whatever. I think I'm probably about done with this map. Are you good to move on to the last map, Steelos? Or do you still need a few minutes? What was the map I wanted to look at? Oh, right, it was Toontown Central. I'm not going to find that in here. I'm going to make a new game. So you'll have to rejoin that one. I don't think there's going to be very many echoes here, if any. But I'm just kind of curious to see if there are thoughts that people have left behind about their time playing Toontown. I think that might... It could potentially end up being one of the most interesting maps on here if people have left thoughts on it. That would be very cool to me. I think it's probably good that I'm ending soon. A, because it's like 8 p.m. already, and I think some friends are doing stuff soon. And B, because somebody, I think, is on a treadmill upstairs, and that may or may not be coming through. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I should end soon anyway, because I think some friends are playing Jackbox in an hour. So that would be a good time to stop. Oh! They got the music playing. It's a little loud, though. It's always on sound effects. Why is that? You'll watch for the last one? Fair enough. Yeah, there's not too many of them in here anyway, so you're not missing a whole lot. But I love that this exists here. Like, them recreating the map in Gmod, holy shit, they did this, like, perfectly. The only thing missing, I think, is, like, the animation on the Toontown Central building itself. It's kind of like a freeze frame, but, man, like, I guess I wouldn't even know how they would do NPCs, but, like, this is uncannily, like, a perfect recreation of it. It's... Whoever made this is, like, so freaking talented. This game was something else. I never... Oh, Shimmer! We saw him in the other map. I never got to experience it. I've only seen videos of it. It looked pretty fun. Indeed it was. Oh, there's only 3 echoes. That's a bummer, man. I wish there was more. There deserved to be more. On the estate, there was 5. I think you could also go into the different buildings here, too, in this version of the map. First one here. So where's the other one? Where could the last echo possibly be? Like, I'm pretty sure you can go into every building here. See? They even, like, do the sounds. They got the silly meter. And then all the music that goes with it. Maybe they left something near Flippy's table. No? I'm gonna leave my own message here. So someone else can find it. Leave my own little reference here. You've been drafted. Now there are 4 echoes on this map. Yeah, we gotta look for that last echo. It could be anywhere, man. There's interiors to these maps, or to these buildings. I doubt it would be in the bank, but you never know. God, I love these interiors. Yeah, I think Toontown is another one of those games that, even if I don't have, like, an incredible amount of time in it, it just is very core to my identity. Like, that's just a core part of my childhood. Porting other game maps in again, TF2, Running Around in Delfino Plaza, or Wind Waker. That's just... There's never gonna be, like, a shortage in demand for that sort of thing. Oh, duh, I bet there's something in the Toon HQ. gotta be, right? Yep, okay. This map even has the transitions. Yep. Yep. God, I love this place. All the music, it's just like, I don't think I could ever forget the music from this game. God, you know, if I had no clip working, I could actually go in here and see what it's like to be on the other side of the wall. God. I fucking love Toontown. And the next video essay I'm working on will have a Toontown segment. I don't know when that's going to be out, because I'm kind of taking my time on that one and putting out, like, shorter projects in the meantime. But man... Or, I should say, more lightly edited projects in the meantime. I think the videos I'm putting out currently are probably going to be longer than the next video essay I put out, but the next video essay I put out is definitely going to be more visually dense and more edited. Man. But I freaking love Toontown, I tell you what. I don't think the tunnels do anything. I don't think they have, like, a connected, like, thing to any of the streets. But I like that you can go back here anyway. God, imagine if I could go to, like, Goofy Speedway from here. Or ride on the trolley. I'm gonna test it. I don't think anything's gonna happen. Oh, and you can go in the gag shop, too. Let me try that. There's Goofy's gag shop. Yeah, wait, what if we tried going on the trolley? What would happen? Oh, I could still LT on it, I guess. If I go in the tunnel. No. Could you imagine, though, if the minigames somehow... They had, like, a minigame system for this? I don't even know how that would even work, but... Man, it would be cool. Alright, let me try... I don't think anything is gonna happen if we go to Goofy Speedway, but... Check the pet shop real quick. No way, they even have the fish swimming in the aquarium. That is so fucking impressive. God, that is so cool. All the paintings and everything of the doodles. God, this is such a well-made map. It baffles me that this map doesn't have more traction. God, I wish they had more people playing them. Clothes shop over there, too. I'm, like, 99% certain this isn't gonna go anywhere. It even has, like, a wall blocking the rest of it off. But yeah, let's look in the clothing store, and then that'll be good for today. Okay, it's about the same as the other interiors. But there's always just something so comforting about the interiors of all these buildings. I'm glad that it got included with, like, the rest of it. Like, it was a detail they didn't have to add, but man, it makes the map feel so much better since they did. Like, Toontown Central is, like, such... just a place, like, synonymous with my identity, I feel like. I could never forget this place. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me today. Man, I freaking love Gmod. I freaking love Toontown, man. Thanks for chilling. I had a good old time. I hope you did too. We'll definitely do more of these streams later on where we keep going to different maps and looking at echoes and stuff. This was a cool new thing for me to try. I'm glad I got alerted to the existence of this mod again. I'm gonna go ahead and send y'all over to Ampuko. Ampuko's doing some Quake as part of a rent-a-thon. Go say hi to them. And I'll see y'all for the next one. I'm streaming a good bit lately, huh? I don't think I have, like, a whole lot going on maybe this week or next. Or at least this week. So who knows? Maybe I'll get to do at least a couple more streams this week. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I'll see y'all